I would say the theme of the year would be stability across the board. We've seen not too much movement from what we've been experiencing this year.
Over the year, it's been consistent. We've called it boring because there's really very little change, but that's been a good thing actually when we think about it.
The only big shift this month was the lower end of our market increased to almost 60% of our sales.
We have to really suggest over and over again that Windsor market has remains affordable for most people, and that's a good thing throughout the year. And why, overall, if you look at the overall stat, our sales were down like a little over 2% for the whole year. So it's good. It's a good thing. We haven't suffered like other areas. There's other areas that have substantially greater drops in sales and also in price.
Some of the bigger city centers are seeing larger hits in their average sale price. In Windsor-Essex, we dropped just about 1%.
A little over, yeah.
Just a little over 1%, which isn't too significant. We've stayed in the ballpark of $570,000 for our average price point all year long.
The seller buyer who had to sell their house to buy another house, that kind of drops off in November because I don't think I'm going to be able to sell my house during the wintertime. Okay, so they drop out of the market. So that's the upper market for the most part. So that was where the effect was, and that's why the sales price dropped. And I think it's really important for us to note that it wasn't due to other situations. It's a case that I don't believe I can get my house sold and be able to move during the wintertime.
Yeah, which is a reflection of the listings we currently have. They are down, which is what we would expect coming into the end of the year, November and December. They're not very exciting times in real estate. It's darker earlier. People aren't necessarily interested in selling, and they typically wait until the spring. So there will always be people that need to move. So there are still homes on the market, but the active listings have gone down a little bit.
Yeah, and into December, we'll see more and more people taking their houses off the market if they haven't sold. So that'll be certainly what's going to come in the present month.
Aside from that, our days on market are up a little bit, and our condo sales are down.
Nobody's building in the condo market anymore, so it's kind of like we're just getting rid of the last of the inventory that's being built. We haven't seen any new projects going on, so none of that is happening as well.
So that's it for November, and we are coming into the end of the year here, and so this was a milestone year for Frank, celebrating 50 years in real estate. And also, as we ease into slowing down, right? Frank is going to stay on with us as a consultant, but he's going to hang his hat from the podcast world. However, I figured we may end our podcast together with some rapid fire questions and just see, if we can dive a little bit deeper into maybe the market in the last 50 years.
So fire away.
So fire away. Okay. So in the last 50 years, what would you say is the strangest market shift that you've experienced?
I go right back to 2008, substantial recession, probably the most difficult time of being in the business at all. I saw one back in the 80s too. So I mean, that was very difficult. I remember being the president of the real estate board and our membership dropping in half. I've gone through probably 4 recessions during my period of time, and those are difficult times. Difficult time for realtors who depend on the commission. You really have to pivot, and you had to be really creative to just exist. There was a lot of difficulty in that period of time. But
so, with all the shifts in real estate, with not only technology but how people do business, what would you say stands the test of time?
Relationships. Real estate is strictly, it's a relational business, and it's not just about a transaction. It's about developing relationships where people come back to you. I mean, we've got people in our office where, it's been grandfather, father, now, son and daughter that are dealing with the same person. Mm-hmm. And that tells you that it's relational. And the key for us is really about developing that relationship and being being their agent, being their their person that they're going to go to in real estate, and that's generational. And I think that's really, really important. We really, I think, stress that in our office particularly, that this is what you want to do. You want to have a relationship with people. They count on that. They trust in that. And that's really, really vital to the realtor.
What are you going to miss most?
Well, I've always been, it's about people and it's about the process. So I will miss that. I mean, I miss the people because, again, it's all about relationships. So I will miss that. And I also miss about the process. The process is really, I think, really important for us to continually work on.
What does Frank Binder think is ahead for the real estate market?
Change. I guess one of the words, we have all these things like AI. I've seen, particularly in the last 10 years, substantial changes. Change in how we deliver our product and how we deliver our services. And, AI will play a big part of that. We've gone to social media. You look at that, all the changes where we used to advertise in a print media, we've now switched to social media. So those are huge changes. And maybe, those who are younger don't take that. They take it kind of for granted. But when you've been around for a long time, you see those things happen and how they've evolved. You better be prepared in the future to change with it. And, the key for us, and particularly myself in the business, was I had better embrace it as opposed to fighting against it or just simply letting it go. Because you really need to change with whatever the changes are that affect your business. And you better find a way to embrace it and use it to the best interests, not just you, but for your client's sake.
Well, I think those are all the questions I have. Is there anything you wanted to add as we wrap this up?
No, I just basically, my 50 years is a lot of time. And when you think about it, being in one industry and following it through, I certainly have enjoyed the work. There's no question about it. I don't think I would have stayed even that long. And I know that when I got into the business, it wasn't going to be that. But I've really enjoyed the people. I've enjoyed the challenges that we've had. All of those situations have been challenging, but I've enjoyed them, and I've enjoyed working with the people. I don't think that I would have lasted quite as long if I didn't have that. And that's really, it might sound corny, but it's not. It's really about relationships that I've developed with the people around me. I know that you and Katherine and everybody around me see that and I've embraced that as well, and really look forward to working with the same unit. And I think we'll have great success because we value that and we protect it, and we want to continue to work very, very diligently on it. So I hope that the impact that I've made will continue on, and I really truly believe that with the partners that I've got, like yourself. And I'm looking forward to it, even to be sitting in the consultant role that I'll have, and just watching it and try to help out wherever I can.
We thank Frank for his years of service to our community and our brokerage. It does not go unnoticed, and I think that you've created a fabulous legacy here at the company that we intend entirely to uphold, and we thank you for everything you've given to us and your guidance throughout this past year. It's been wonderful to share the microphone with you and work every day alongside with you.
So finally, it's time for me to sign off, and it's been wonderful working with you. I think it's the time has come where it's where I'm going to enjoy retirement. I've certainly been around long enough to come to the conclusion that retirement is necessary at this point in time in my life. So basically, I want to sign off and say goodbye, and I want to wish everybody well, certainly for the season that we're in as well, and for the upcoming year. And with that,
well, I guess I'm in this chair now, and really looking forward to working with Katherine Rankin. This is my business partner who will be joining me next year on the podcast and in the office daily to continue the great service that Frank has brought to Royal Lepage Binder Real Estate. And so let's introduce Katherine Rankin.
Hello, everybody. I'm very excited to be here, and I'm really excited for 2026. It's a new chapter, not only for myself, but for Royal Lepage Binders. So really looking forward to that as I step into an owner-manager role. It's truly an honor to have this position, and also partnering with Amber as she is going to take over broker of record of Royal Lepage Binder. And Amber brings so much expertise and vision, and together, we are committed to bringing the company to new heights in the future. So really excited about that.
And next year, we're going to continue on with our market and behind the market stats, but we're also going to dive into potentially local insights and different things to spice up our podcast and bring you lots of information that you can use in your real estate journey, whether you're a client and or an agent. We are here to bring you the information that you need to do your job well. So you can expect that in 2026. But for now, we are signing off for 2025 and very excited to give you a recap of what the year brought. But we will be seeing you in the new year. So stay safe, enjoy your holidays, and we will see you in 2026.